I was busy thinking about.
Baby, I got issues, but I love myself. Baby, I got issues, but I love myself. I don't like the way.
Hello, fellow humans, and happy Valentine's Day! So, I decided to make this into a two-part Valentine's Day special, but part 2 will be out in a few days, so look out for that. Anyways, these are the disclaimers. Really, it's just, Bakugou. But with that out of the way, enjoy!
Normally Deku would have gone home for the weekend, but his mother and Katsuki's mom had gone on a trip, so he was stuck on campus. The anxiety of the upcoming holiday was creeping up on him, so he tried to push it away by putting on his headphones and listening to his go-to playlist. One of his more recent favorite songs began to play when his headset was snagged off of his head. I called you 5 times, nerd. How fucking loud is this shit? Kachin? How did you get in? You left it unlocked, you idiot. Deku facepalmed, knowing it must have happened when he walked like a zombie to the bathroom in the middle of the night. What are you listening to anyway? He lifted the headphones to put on his head, and Deku launched forward with wide eyes to try and take it from his hands. This resulted in Deku falling off of his bed, and on top of his childhood friend, dangerously close to his face. Izuku could see his reflection in Bakugou's red eyes, and the small gap between them didn't help his current predicament. How much more cliché can this get? Should I go? Both teens looked up to see their redhead friend with an awkward expression. This caused the two of them to act quickly, and got away from each other very fast. Bakugou cleared his throat with a light shade of pink on his cheeks, and grabbed the headset from the ground. The nerd was listening to this. Before the green-haired teen could do anything, Kirishima grabbed the headphones, and when he heard the song he chuckled. I didn't think that you would listen to this kind of music. Deku didn't even try to stop him as he gave the headset to Bakugou. Somehow I'm not surprised. You aren't the innocent type. Can you just give it back to me? Deku walked up to them and grabbed the headphones from Bakugou's hands. He proceeded to push the both of them toward the door when the blonde turned around. Hey, I came in here for a reason. Then tell me and get out. So can I stay or? Bakugou pushed Kirishima out the door with a hand on his face, and closed it. He turned around to find the slightly shorter teen crossing his arms with attitude written all over his face. Did you know the old hags weren't gonna be home this weekend? Yeah, Mom told me weeks ago. He walked towards Bakugou and leaned forward with a raised annoyed eyebrow. And you just didn't care enough to remember. What does it matter anyway? I wanted to get some peace away from all you extras, but I lost the key to the house. Why isn't that hag staying at home with the geezer? It's fucking Valentine's Day. Wow, didn't know you cared so much about romance. And to answer your question, your dad is working, and mine didn't bring the milk home, so they decided to have a girls' trip. Now can you get out of my room? Bakugou tisked and turned away. Whatever, nerd. He walked out the door, and Deku locked it behind him. This was immediately followed by the teen that was previously sassy, hitting his back against the door and sliding down it. That could have gone a lot better, Karo. You don't say. He groaned as he stood up and opened the window all the way. Tsu came in, followed by Eureka, who was literally floating, and finally, Todoroki? How the hell? You're only a few stories below me. It took a second to process, but once he did, he deadpanned. So instead of using the elevator like a normal person, you literally dropped from your room, and used your quirk to control your trajectory? And I'm assuming you guys used Aoyama's window again to get to mine. Are you really surprised? Unfortunately, I can't say I am. Deku flopped onto his bed, Eureka sat on his desk chair, Tsu decided to chill on the floor, and Todoroki sat next to Deku on his bed. So is no one gonna talk about the mess that just happened? No, we're not. Well, he's definitely going to know that you like him at the rate you're going. Good thing I don't want him to. You aren't gonna ask him to be your Valentine? Deku let out a dry laugh. That's funny. As if he would say yes even if I asked. He won't if you keep acting like you hate him. When did you become so sassy with him anyway? I like his sassy side. It's just weird to see him act like that with Bakugou. I think our class hothead rubbed off on you, Midoriya. Karo. Thanks for the pep talk, guys. Now can we talk about something else? Like your Valentines. Well, we're dating, so it's kinda given. Yeah, you two are obvious, but this one isn't. He didn't bother to look at him as he pointed at the burnt tea next to him. This one still needs to ask Ida. How could I do that? I just came out, and he's not even gay. The other three looked at him and deadpanned. Sorry to break it to you, but you're that one friend who is obviously gay and doesn't realize it until later. Same with Ida, but he gives off more bisexual vibes. Karo. The teen glared at all three of them. Okay then, what do you expect me to do? Izuku sat up just enough to use his elbows as a rest, and stared Todoroki straight in the eye. Whatever genius idea you were gonna have me try with Kachin. Or are you afraid it'll go wrong? Okay, you have a point. So what now? Deku let out another dry laugh. At this point I am very much leaning towards Single Awareness Day. Okay, so what did you really want to ask Deku, bro? The teen almost jumped at his friend's sudden appearance. Almost. How do you always find me? Best friend magic. Now answer my question. The blonde turned to look at him, not bothering to hide his irritation. All he wanted to do was get a snack from the kitchen in peace. He took the plate and decided that the most peaceful route would be to eat in his room. What are you talking about? Kirishima deadpanned and followed his friend. You just complained yesterday about not being able to stay at your house this weekend. Why would you go ask him something you already know? Bakugou stopped in his tracks, turned to his friend, and glared at him. How the fuck did you hear all of that? Kirishima smirked and swung his arm over Bakugou's shoulders as he guided him toward the elevator. It's called eavesdropping, Bakugou. Now what were you really going to ask? I smell tea. Mina walked into the elevator after them. This one actually caught Bakugou off guard and he shoved Kirishima off of him. Where the hell do you guys come from all the time? And there's no tea, Pinky. I don't know, there is a certain holiday coming up. She made a point to drag out the no with a knowing and teasing tone. The hothead could practically see her smirk as the doors closed, and they started going up to the 4th floor. Can you two just get off my back? I don't have the energy to deal with this crap. Yeah, like how you didn't have the energy to go to Midobro's room to ask him to be your Valentine? You did that? Well, he tried, but Midobro was weirdly passive-aggressive. The doors to the elevator opened, and the trio started to walk out. Oh yeah, Midobro has been weirdly aggressive with Bakugou lately. Exactly, so let's drop it cause he obviously doesn't. His eyes blew wide as he was pulled into a room. He didn't know whose room it was, but it belonged to one of the annoyances sitting in it. In addition to the pink and red weirdos, Pikachu, earphones, and tape dispenser were all in the room. Okay, group intervention, now. The teen that said intervention was for, groaned in defeat. I can't get out of this, can I? Nope. Jiro made sure to emphasize on the last P before standing up and dragging him to sit down on the desk chair. Now sit down. We got some stuff to talk about. So are any of you idiots gonna tell me what this is about? Bakugou, you are so intelligent, but sometimes you can be so dumb and oblivious. You literally have zero right to talk. You got D's in all of your classes. That's not the only D. Mina, I swear if you finish that sentence. Sero clapped once loudly to get everyone's attention. Back on topic. Kirishima called all of us here for a reason. One that I would absolutely love to know, by the way. Okay, it's obvious that you and Midobro like each other. We just need to find a way to get you to accept it and ask him out. Okay, first of all, I do not like him, and secondly he hates me. Sure, Because you definitely went to his room cause you don't like him. Wait, you did what? Not now, and he doesn't hate you, Bakugou bro. Yeah, that's why he was so welcoming not even an hour ago. Okay, maybe he was slightly passive, but he still calls you Kachin. If he hated you then he wouldn't even call you by your last name. Side note, in Japan referring to each other by their last names is significantly less closer than calling each other by their first names. There's not much of a difference. It's just a stupid nickname. Not to him. Have you not seen the way his eyes look when he says your name? Or how nobody else has a nickname? Bro, you don't see how his eyes soften when he talks about you. Well, Bakugou bro wouldn't know about that, but our point still stands. Okay, I got it. What do you want me to do about it then, smart ones? Jiro squinted her eyes and lowered her head in response to his stupidity. Maybe, I don't know, ask him to be your Valentine? In case you forgot, I already tried that, dumbass. Just try to ask him again, but get straight to the point. You've never beat around the bush with him anyway. That was before he started acting shitty towards me. Jiro looked at her lightning bolt designed nails. Sounds familiar. Maybe a certain someone rubbed off on him. Shut it, earphones. Okay, let's just get back on topic. We need to. She was cut off by the sound of her receiving a notification. She took her phone out of her pocket and smirked when she saw the text. Mina roughly grabbed Bakugou by his forearm, and started pushing him towards the door. Okay, that's all for today. You'll be good to go by this weekend. Now get out of here. Everyone was confused as she pushed him out the door, and swiftly closed it behind him. Wanna tell us what that was about? Let's just say we're not the only ones trying to play Cupid. 5 minutes earlier. Deku had left to grab a snack from the kitchen, leaving his friends in his room. Okay, we gotta make this work out somehow. Okay, but how? Maybe have Deku write him a letter? Karo. Eureka raised an eyebrow at her partner. Do you genuinely believe he would do that? Well, if you have any other ideas, please feel free to share, Karo. Eureka let herself go deep in thought. What if? What if he didn't do it alone? The two girls looked at their friend, and Todoroki got the memo immediately. No, not happening. Todoroki, it's physically painful seeing you not trying to do anything when you obviously like each other. At first it was kinda cute, but now it's just sad, Karo. Look, even if he likes me back, I don't want to ruin it for us. I'm not exactly perfect. In case you haven't caught on, I have a lot of baggage. No one is perfect, and we're all gonna have our struggles. You shouldn't let that stop you from being happy romantically. Todoroki groaned and leaned his head back, not holding back on the attitude. Okay then, how did you two confess to each other? The couple looked at each other in silent thought. We got locked in a room together and kinda just kissed, Karo. It wasn't really planned, it just happened. I don't think we could do something like that unless. Her words dragged out and she met eyes with Tsu. The couple smirked, thinking the same thing, and Todoroki looked up concerned at the interaction. What are you two planning? Something that'll help both you and Deku, but we're gonna need help.
Hey humans, and thank you for watching. Sorry about the cliffhanger, kinda. Anyways, part 2 will be coming out soon, so look out for that. Side note, it gets kinda interesting, if you catch my vibe. I mean, it's Valentine's Day, what do you expect? Anyways, have a happy Valentine's Day or Single Awareness Day if you are as single as a Pringle like me.